It's no surprise that I love the PSVR2, but it is far from perfect. The launch library came in with 48 titles, but there are still several games I think should have been included at launch, and I'm really not quite sure why they aren't. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the games that I feel like the PSVR2 needs to add ASAP for it to be worth the money. And yes, your boy did get a haircut. First up on my list is the obvious choice, the game Beat Saber. If you haven't heard of Beat Saber, it is a VR rhythm game where you slash the beats of adrenaline pumping music as the notes fly toward you. Now, I think this should have been an obvious choice because it is available on every VR platform, including the PSVR1, but it isn't on the VR2 as of yet. As far as we know, they have said they will add it, but there is no definite date at this time. The next one, another super obvious choice, and I can't believe Sony didn't add this day one. Among Us VR. Now, Among Us VR is super popular among the VR community, racking up over 1 million copies sold on Steam. I'm not sure why this game wasn't added. They said they'll add it again in 2023, but there's no release date. We need to have Among Us VR immediately. This next one isn't in the making, but I would love to see Sony do this. VR Golf. How amazing would VR golfing be? And I'm not talking about just regular mini golf. I'm talking about full-on simulation, PGA Tour 2K23 style of golf in a VR headset. The graphics on the PSVR2 are amazing. I think it would be a great addition, and they could really have this run smoothly for all of those golf fans. I mean, could you imagine? Wouldn't that be amazing? Now, the closest thing I found to this so far is Golf Plus on the Oculus Quest. So I would really like to see Sony kind of dive into something like that for the PSVR2. But who knows what'll happen? Maybe they'll see this video and they'll decide to make something. Another super easy one that I'm not sure if they're gonna do, but it's right there if they wanted to. Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 will be dropping at the end of this month, and I think that'll be a great opportunity to put this game on the VR2. They already have Resident Evil 4, the original, on the Quest 2, so why not have this new remake that everyone's going crazy about on the PSVR2? Just food for thought in case somebody for Sony ever sees this. I think it'd be a great addition. They already have Resident Evil Village in VR, so they're not unfamiliar with the series, so why not just put it on there? Who knows though, it might be more difficult than that. The last game on my list I think is an absolute blockbuster that I think Sony is really missing out on. But first, a word from our sponsors. This video has been sponsored by my barber for putting me in the door. Yes, Lord. Just kidding, I don't have a sponsor, but you know, hey, one day. Now, the blockbuster title that I was referring to would be MLB The Show. Now, hear me out again. Hear me out. As we all know, MLB The Show used to be exclusive to PlayStation for years up until MLB The Show 21. They lost the exclusivity rights, and now MLB The Show is on Xbox. And not only is it on Xbox, it's on the Xbox Game Pass for free. So a lot of people like myself who have both consoles or who have a PlayStation and a PC will just play it on the Game Pass for free instead of having to pay that extra 60, 70 bucks a year. But what if they made MLB The Show in VR? They could do it the same way they do Resident Evil, Gran Turismo, No Man's Sky. They took games that were already out there and just put the whole thing into VR, and they even have different little controls for it. I think it'll be an excellent port. Could you imagine playing baseball, throwing, hitting, pitching, catching in VR with the graphical fidelity of the PlayStation 5 console and that hardware? 4K lenses, I mean, it'd be amazing. Not only that, it would give people like myself who are just gonna play the game for free on Game Pass a reason to come back and buy it. I would buy MLB The Show if it was VR. I would pay for it if it was VR. I'm not gonna pay for it, you know, if it's just regular, I could play it on the Xbox for free. That's dumb. But if you can get a VR experience, that'd be a lot of ways to bring it back a lot of your fan base that might have left, like myself. But I genuinely want to know what you guys think. Did you like my list or dislike my list? Let me know down below. If you made it this far in the video, I love and appreciate you. Type "make it rain" in the chat. If you made it this far, type "make it rain" in the chat. Sorry, I just wanted to do that. But as always, make sure you check out my other content. I got some more VR2 stuff coming soon, including some gameplay. I know I have been posting everything about this damn headset except for the gameplay. I got my studio in the works. It'll be coming soon. See you guys on the next one.